Hi, I'm Tom Antion, and I'm here with Judi Hollis. We're going to talk about permanent weight loss. It's a thing on many people's minds. Judi, welcome.
Thanks. I'm glad to be here.
Now, some people may not know who you are, so could you give us a little background of how you got into this, how long you've been doing it, and so forth?
Sure, absolutely. I was an obese child, and I grew into an obese adult, and I tried my best. I dieted my way to 222 pounds.
Oh, good job.
Oh, yeah, and gained and lost thousands of pounds, and I worked in the drug addiction field, and people said, "Oh, you really understand the addictive personality." And I said, "Oh, thank you." And never saw that I was doing the same things with food that other people were doing with other drugs. And when I saw that, I got into my own recovery and then started helping thousands of other people with their weight loss.
That's wonderful. Now, I've suffered with weight loss or weight loss gain, weight loss gain my whole life. But why do people yo-yo? Why do they regain weight all the time?
Well, I think it's because they do not deal with the things that are offered in my treatment seminars and all my books and workshops. And that is, I'm a psychologist, and there are deeper underlying issues. It's more than just diet and exercise, diet and exercise. And if people don't find a way to change that basic personality structure, they keep being self-destructive in one way or another. Sometimes they'll keep weight off, but they transfer to other obsessions. But most of the time, food's the easiest, and 98% of people who take on weight loss programs regain it.
Oh, gee. Now, you have a very unique method called treatment teleseminars. Can you tell us a little bit about what they are and how they work?
Well, what I've done, because of how the world is today, and it's hard to get around everywhere, plus we are global, I've offered now what used to only happen in treatment centers where people had to travel thousands of miles. Now people can get that on the telephone with me once a week.
That is amazing, and you can get results like that.
Yes, so far so good.
Awesome. Now, you mentioned psychological problems. Are most of the people that are overweight suffering some kind of deep psychological problem? Are they nuts, or what
Yeah,
is it?
see, that's always the
They're
question.
nuts about food.
Absolutely, yeah. And then people say, "I'm not crazy." And no, that's not what's being said. What we're saying here is that whether you have deep problems or you don't, and most people don't, you will benefit from taking a look at these parts of your personality. You see, we're eating to cover up the parts of our personality that we're hiding from ourselves. We're not trying to lie to other people. We're in our own denial. Denial stands for, don't even notice I am lying.
Ah, that. Yeah. Wow, I have to think about my own life there.
Now, here's another thing. You can't do it alone. See, it takes a village. I was a psychologist at 222 pounds, and I thought I really understood myself. But we need the feedback from outside. We need the eye of the other. And Jean-Paul Sartre said, hell is the eye of the other. We're so afraid of being seen by others. But I find a way for people to let themselves relax and open up, be more vulnerable and more humble. Everything in our society is about aggressive competition about weight loss. This program is about gently leaning into letting go, and the results will be you'll find your own right body image.
That sounds massively powerful. So what are some of the issues you discuss on the teleseminars?
Well, we definitely discuss the disease concept, whether overeating is a disease, whether food has addictive properties. I bring on other experts who can talk about carbohydrates and sugars and that sort of thing, but we're not against all eating, just to be mindful and pay attention. We also look at the family dynamics from my bestseller, Fat is a Family Affair, and how people in your family need to be brought on board, or else they slightly, subtly sabotage you to go back to the old ways with the food. We look at your deep psychological programming, which, as we mentioned earlier. We also look at behavior modification called the Divine Dine, where I teach people how to eat more mindfully and actually enjoy food. Most overeaters don't really enjoy their food. They're just kind of slamming
it in.
Exactly,
yeah.
And drowning it. So that's one of the weeks we pay attention to that. And we also look at assertiveness training, how to take care of your own side of the street and say no without feeling guilty. We have a lot of overweight mommies out there who just taking care of everybody else and not themselves. So we teach people how to do that. We also recommend going to 12-step programs, and I help people with the resistance to that and what they can get out of it.
That's amazing. I remember in my own family, it was my aunt. It was like that movie that was out. You're not hungry? Oh, good, then eat this.
Yeah, right. Solution to everything.
Yeah, right.
What I often say is we eat because our team won or because it lost.
Right, exactly.
We eat to celebrate or we eat to mourn. Mm-hmm. So what I do is find people other ways to celebrate and mourn without food.
Okay. Now, who would be the target person that would benefit most from this?
Well, this could be to a brand newcomer, a person who's never been exposed to these ideas. It could be possibly to someone who's been through a treatment program and needs a bit of a refresher course, because most of the treatment programs, I trained the counselors there, so I know what they did get in treatment. It can also be a kind of back to basics for people who did lose some weight, but they see themselves slowly regaining. Great to stop and get back on the track. As soon as people sign up for the program, they get a 12-week lecture series of mine, and they can start listening to the lectures before we actually start being together on the phone. And our phone time usually goes from before Thanksgiving, the high holy day of the year, before Thanksgiving through Valentine's Day, the full 12 weeks of the holidays.
Wow. Now, do you suggest people take this teleseminar once a year, or you only offer it once a year?
I only offer it once a year because
Wow.
I've been around a long time, and I'm only interested in dealing with people who are truly motivated and really want to lose weight and keep it off.
So they're going to plan for this and
Yes.
have to show up,
Well,
and they're going to have the best chance of success, is what you're
Yes,
saying.
well, they're going to get the lectures in advance. They can
Okay.
start listening to those the minute they sign up. And they will also each week be able to hear a playback of the teleseminar they might have missed. So
I
they
see.
don't have to show up
I
every
see.
week. But I'm interested in people who really want to do it this time.
That's for sure. Well, folks, this is a fantastic program. It's unique to the industry, and Judi is certainly qualified to deliver this for you. Check out the information on the rest of this page that'll give you all the exact details of what the program is about. And hey, I'm going to look at it myself because I've been fighting with this problem a long time. And if you have too, this just might be the solution. Judi, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank
All right, we'll see you.